Hello my darlings, and welcome to a spring equinox crafting video. Here are some quick and easy projects to craft for spring and to celebrate Ostara. Let's do some magical crafting. In one of my most recent polls, one of the most common struggles you all shared with me is finding the time to celebrate holidays. Finding time for magic can be difficult, and your mundane life can overtake your magical one very easily. Here are 3 simple projects to celebrate spring. Before we start crafting, a word from this video's sponsor. Instead of taking outside sponsorships this year, I'm sponsoring my own content, so this video is sponsored by me. Over the last few years, I've designed a whole series of magical journals, planners, and blank grimoires, and I'm creating new witchy workbooks all the time. These magical crafting books can be found on Amazon and at the link below the video. The blank grimoires are the perfect place to store your notes about crystals, herbal plant allies, and tarot or oracle cards, or to plan out spell work and rituals. The journals are filled with writing prompts to get you in tune and aligned with your goals and values, and to help you begin shadow work, daily affirmations, or a gratitude practice. And the planners are undated and versatile, so you can plan your perfect morning routine, your week, or your month. To get your magical journal, planner, or blank grimoire, check out my magical crafting books at the link below the video. The first project I did was to fill some plastic eggs with goodies for some of my witchy friends. If you're having an Ostara gathering with fellow witches, you might consider gifting them eggs filled with tiny gifts, such as crystals, candies, or anything that will fit inside the space. I chose 5 crystals that I think are really useful and versatile that I had in my crystal collection stash already. The first stone is sunstone. Sunstone, with its radiant golden hues, embodies the energy of the sun, bringing warmth, vitality, and abundance. It imbues its wearer with confidence, optimism, and the courage to pursue their goals. The second stone is black tourmaline. Black tourmaline is known as a powerful protective stone. It wards off negative energies and psychic attacks, creating a shield of spiritual light. Its magical properties include grounding and purification. The third stone is pyrite, often called fool's gold. Pyrite is a stone of prosperity and manifestation, attracting wealth and opportunities into the bearer's life. Pyrite also shields against negative influences and promotes assertiveness and vitality. The fourth stone is banded amethyst. Banded amethyst blends the energies of amethyst and white quartz. It enhances intuition and spiritual awareness. It fosters a connection to higher realms, facilitating divine guidance and inner wisdom. And finally, I filled a few eggs with clear quartz. Clear quartz is the master crystal among crystals, amplifying energy and intention, making it a versatile tool for various magical practices. It cleanses and balances the aura, while also enhancing psychic abilities and spiritual clarity. The next project is a simple craft to feed the birds this spring. These birdseed cake feeders are wonderful to make for the local wildlife, especially if it's still snowy or cold and the regular food sources are still scarce. You can use any nuts, dried fruit, or seeds that you have in your home. I started with rolled oats as a base. I measured out about 1 cup of rolled oats. I also had some unsalted raw peanuts because we love to feed the crows at our house, and the crows love peanuts. I measured a cup of peanuts as well. And since these feeders are for smaller birds, I chopped the nuts up much smaller for them. I was out of raisins, so I used dried cranberries instead, and I added about a half a cup. And I already had a bag of mixed birdseed, so I added a cup of that too. Honestly, you can make these feeders using just a bag of mixed birdseed alone if you don't feel like scavenging through your kitchen for more ingredients. The next step is to add a binder. I'm using something called agar powder to create a vegan version of this craft. I'm heating up 1 cup of water and adding 4 tablespoons of the powder. Stir up the powder and allow it to dissolve as the water gets hotter. If you don't have any agar powder, you can use unflavored gelatin instead. And another option is to use lard as a binder, or even use peanut butter. Once all of the powder has dissolved, simply pour in all of the seeds, oats, and nuts, and stir well to make sure it's all incorporated evenly. The next step is to make the cakes themselves. I chose a silicone soap mold and some reusable silicone cupcake baking cups for my cakes. But you could use a muffin tin or press the mixture into the bottom of several plastic cups. Literally anything you have at home that you can press the mixture into. Let's set the seed cakes aside to solidify for a while and move on to the next project while we wait. The next project I decided to do for spring is to create wildflower seed bombs, and I'm starting with a seed bomb soil matrix. I decided to try a few different kinds of seeds. A wildflower hummingbird and butterfly mix, a monarch rescue mix to attract pollinators, as well as a drought-tolerant wildflower mix. Of course, you don't have to use 3 different packages of seeds. Just make sure the seeds you are using are appropriate to your climate zone to give them the best chance to bloom. This soil matrix is specifically made for seed bombs. It's a combination of soil, clay, and fertilizer that's just sticky enough to form into balls and retain their shape. Seed bombs can play a role in environmental conservation and restoration. They're designed to be easily dispersed across urban landscapes and are a surprisingly efficient method for rewilding areas in cities or spaces that suffer from habitat destruction. Scattering seed bombs in barren spaces like lots, roadsides, and urban neighborhoods with little to no plant life can contribute to the regeneration of native plant species and the creation of biodiverse habitats. This not only helps preserve plant diversity, but also provides food and shelter for wildlife. Wildflowers play a vital role in supporting pollinators and maintaining ecological balance. As primary nectar and pollen sources, they attract a wide variety of bees, butterflies, birds, and other insects crucial for pollination. Wildflowers play an important role in maintaining soil health, preventing erosion, and promoting plant growth. By encouraging the growth of wildflowers, we're not only helping to sustain diverse ecosystems, but also supporting the bees, butterflies, birds, and other creatures that depend on them for survival. I decided to make little packets of seed bombs to give to friends to disperse. Some packets I made out of toilet paper rolls, and I made some other packets by cutting up a grocery bag and making envelopes out of the craft paper. I even added a magic sigil inside of the packet. My sigil was wishing a happy Ostara to the seed packet recipient. I made 3 versions of the sigil by combining the letter shapes. At first, I thought the first version came out the best, but then I realized that the third version almost looked like 2 rabbits sitting next to each other, so I added that one in as well. Then I folded the sigil inside the packet and taped it together. I added some stickers with instructions for how to use the seed bombs, and if you'd like to download a free printable PDF of these stickers, I'll leave a link below. They are free for everyone. I ran out of time to complete all of the seed bomb packets I wanted to fill on the first day, so I went back a day or 2 later to make a few more. The seed bombs I had made a day or 2 before were already starting to sprout. Here's a quick look at how you can use a toilet paper roll instead of creating an envelope out of paper. This method is faster, but you have to save up the rolls ahead of time, so maybe it's not faster technically. And finally, let's return to our seed cakes that have cooled and hardened. While they were still soft, I had added pieces of cut up straws in each one to create a hole for the twine hanger later. Simply remove the straw and string some twine through the hole to make a hanger to hang the seed cake on a tree branch or fence in your yard, and watch the birds flock to it and enjoy your springtime gift. I added the seed cakes to a basket filled with seed bomb packets and plastic eggs filled with candies and crystals, creating a springtime gift any witch would love to receive.